Jack Harlow has stolen our heart and given us some pretty sick music over the years, and now he's taking things to a whole new level. Next time someone asks you what's poppin', tell them it's Jack Harlow himself because he's starring in an upcoming dope classic sports movie. Let me be precise. It's a remake of a pretty cool movie from the good old days. And you best believe I was shook.
It's pretty. It's so pretty.
When I first saw Harlow in the trailer, because wow, I can't believe he's just acting and not dropping an insane track instead.
Can't touch me, I got instincts. Locked in the house, but I'm plotting things. I brought a gang to the party with me. 5 white boys, but they not in sync.
Also, a rapper and a vintage movie definitely don't mix on my plate, if you ask me. Getting back to the trailer, though, Harlow's character, Jeremy, shows up at a pickup basketball game with Kamal Allen when it seems like Jeremy wants to borrow money from Kamal to pay for the game. Kamal asks him how much money he brought. Jeremy says $60 less than $80. I mean, okay, Jeremy seems a bit quirky. The trailer then cuts to a montage of basketball shots with Harlow and Walls.
I'm like the P.T. Anderson of basketball psychological warfare.
And I guess you can hear someone asking, what's up with your boy? At the end of the short teaser, Jeremy and Kamal have a fight about movies. If you're wondering what they're arguing about, well, it's about whether Anderson or Spike Lee is the best living director.
Who is P.T. Anderson?
Our greatest living director.
Spike Lee is our greatest living director.
Spike Lee's not even a good Knicks fan.
I knew this was a mistake.
Yeah, same old dumb stuff. What's interesting is that most of the story of the movie is still a secret. But even then, since this movie is a remake of the 1992 movie, we can pretty much predict what the storyline will be. In the original one, Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson starred in it. Woody Harrelson played Billy Hoyle, a former college basketball star who became a street ball hustler. People bet against him because they think he can't play basketball. The reason being, he's white.
Take Billy Ho here. Billy
No,
Ho?
man,
It's
no,
Billy
I don't
Ho.
want him,
Hey,
no.
look, you ain't even seen him play yet. He might be good.
Man, I don't want to go with it.
Billy
No,
Ho. Why not? Because I'm white.
because he's white.
Because he is white. Look at him, man.
Harrelson eventually teams up with Sid Dean, though, played by Wesley Snipes, who is also a street baller. The two of them work together during an outdoor basketball tournament. Apart from these two, Rosie Perez and Tyra Farrell were also in the first movie. Okay, yeah, sure, we know what the original movie is about. But what if the remake decides to be completely different? You know, keeping the same vibe, but a different story.
Hey, yo, man, you said we was going to Sizzler.
Oh, man, shut your anorexic, malnutrition, tapeworm having, overdose, Dick Gregory, Bahamian diet drinking ass up. Leave me alone.
Or what if they keep things the same but with a crazy twist in the end? What I do know is that as the film's release date gets closer, we'll likely learn more about the plot.
I got $2 grand, man. I just got $2 grand.
Good. All right, let's do this.
I mean, I can kind of tell this movie will be super exciting. Do you know who else is pumped about taking on this new twist in showbiz? Yep, the man, Jack Harlow himself. Entertainment Weekly had the chance to sit down with Harlow for an interview where he talked about his new interest recently. And it was so cute, not gonna lie. In that interview, Jack says he's caught the acting bug when he talks about the roles in White Men Can't Jump and a recent Doritos ad. Even though hip-hop is still important to him, he says he'll keep doing this and see what happens. Apparently, this isn't something that's super new, but Harlow had been thinking of acting for some time now. He also talked about how people always thought he had some kind of talent for acting. So Harlow said, hey, what the hell, let's just do it. I love that for him. Right now, Harlow doesn't really have a plan in mind. At this point, it's all about going with the flow. During this interview, he also said hip-hop is very important to him and music is his top priority. But he also considers himself to be a person who's always looking to improve and learn something new. In that sense, it's actually cool how he landed a pretty good role as soon as he entered the acting industry. You see, even though Jack Harlow had never acted before, director Calmatic explains why he was the best choice to lead this remake of White Men Can't Jump. According to him, it was a strange process. Back when the team was doing the casting for the movie, they they were having a hard time deciding who to ask for this role. And before they even had a long list of names, someone just mentioned Jack Harlow. Kalmatic said it was one of those times when everyone stopped what they were doing and looked around the room like, oh crap, it might be him. So they brought him in to try out. The process wasn't easy either if you're thinking Harlow might have gotten some special treatment. The production team and he were there for a few hours, but the good news is that Jack absolutely slayed it. Kalmatic's first guess about Harlow's skills turned out to be right on set, where the rapper showed off his acting skills. The experience of making the White Men Can't Jump remake has also made Kalmatic notice something really important about Harlow, because according to him, it looks like Jack has a great acting career ahead of him. If Harlow manages to bedazzle everyone with this movie, he could be looking at a future list of possible roles, and the director seems pretty sure that's what's going to happen. He has mentioned how Harlow turned it up even more on set and was way above and beyond what they expected from an actor and performer. It was weird for them because after they finished filming, he went on tour, and Kalmatic would see him on stage in front of thousands of people and be like, who's that person? It's pretty understandable and funny if you think about it, because for the last 60 days, the director had only known this person who is very focused and also fun to be around. But after watching him perform, Kalmatic couldn't believe that person was also one of the most famous rappers in the world right now. What he can believe is that Harlow definitely has a way with a camera and knows how to maneuver around it to make himself look good, always. Hey, wouldn't we all want that skill for us too? Am I right? At the end of the day, Jack may have a newly recognized talent, but he's also far from the first rapper to turn to acting. Harlow could start a long acting career if he gets another part after White Men Can't Jump. And he's definitely not the first rapper to do this. In fact, rappers have made it to the screen in many different ways in the past. Even though not every rapper who has tried acting has stuck with it, most big rappers have at least one big movie role. I mean, let's not forget Busta Rhymes had a big part in the horror movie Halloween, Resurrection, and Tupac Shakur was in a series of movies in the mid-1990s, including one with Janet Jackson called Poetic Justice. That was iconic. This also includes Eminem's lead role in the biopic 8 Mile, which came out in 2002 and was about his life.
Now everybody from the 313, put your hands up and follow me.
A lot of rappers are now better known as actors than as rappers. Ice Cube, Common, Ice-T, and Ludacris, who has a role in the hugely popular Fast and Furious franchise.
Hey, Mia, you better hide your baby oil. I'm just playing.
You better hide that big-ass forehead.
I was just joking.
Are all on the list. White Men Can't Jump may or may not be successful enough to give Harlow more chances to act, but history shows that it could be the start of a long and successful acting career. And just like that, we're at the end of How White Men Can't Jump, in just the beginning of Jack Harlow's acting career. See you next time.